some more. You all can run on now. Go on. Oh, I'm sure St. Nicholas ran out of gifts too. Now, I know how the Pied Piper felt. Except the only pipe I have is this one.
He indicates a smoking pipe.
Truth be told, I don't smoke it as much as I used to. I just clamp it between my teeth. Makes a fine little hammer for tapping on things.
He taps the pipe against his head.
Well, must be off. The young scholars wait.
Klaus enters the classroom, only to find it empty.
Well, I told it myself to smoke.
Klaus goes to the chalkboard.
Right. So, what was the one I was working on last night? Let's see. We had Newton's 3 laws.
Klaus writes N1, N2, and N3.
We had Kepler's laws of planetary motion, 3 of them, too.
Klaus writes out K1, K2, K3. Then he encloses them all in parentheses and starts scribbling wildly with the numbers and mathematical symbols.
Now,
The more obscure, the better.
We square them, and let's see that E stand for energy. I work up a little bit of Euclidean geometry, factor in the excess of the Earth, and you got 0 degrees longitude and latitude. That'd be the North Pole. Take the cosine, throw in Fermat's last theorem. Let's say m is for mass and c is for the speed of light. Now let's add in the amount of snow on the ground midnight on Christmas Eve. That just makes it interesting. Now divide the whole thing by an irrational number and...
He writes out E equals MC squared.
That's interesting. E equals MC squared. You could really do something with that. But I bet it'd be even more interesting if it went like this.
Klaus erases the number 2 and starts to replace it with another number as the lights go out. In the tavern, Robert and Percy are drinking, but mostly they're talking in quiet, conspiratorial tones. Robert continues to fiddle with the
Things are getting hot, if you catch my drift.
I assume you don't mean the weather. It was so cool last night. I could have slept with the dogs. Or a shank's made from Cheapside.
My father tells me they've arrested a couple of Jacobites from up in the North Country. Worse yet, there are rumors of more to come.
Who? What gave them away?
I don't know. I don't think all my father's letters are getting through.
Could just be the post.
Could be. Or it could be they're still trying to decipher the code.
Wedge!
Not now! We'll tell you something.
I can't even call her a tavern witch. This is a sorry state of affairs.
So what's going on? We need a distraction.
That tavern witch could distract me for a while.
I'm serious. We need to draw attention away from ourselves.
How do you suggest we do
The
that?
headmaster wants to find some traitors to somehow make the school respectable. Very well, let's help him find some.
Here we are. Wait, what are we talking about? What exactly are you talking
It's
about?
like playing billiards. You don't always hit the ball straight on. Sometimes you hit it off the rail.
A Caron shot.
Precisely. We give them a carom shot.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They're concerned about treason. Let's give them something to be concerned about.
Like what?
Like blasphemy.
Who cares about blasphemy?
The Church of England does.
I'm not following you.
Don't you see? We give them claws. He's always going on and on about these pagan gods, Odin and the like. I don't think the Church of England would care for that very much, eh?
No, that does.
Think of the bind we put them in. The school can't ignore a complaint that it's employing a known blasphemer. And he's German, so we discredit the whole lot of them. Foreign devils.
Oh, I got.
Plus, the old man don't know anyway.
I'll drink to that.
You'll drink to anything, Percy.
No denying.
Come on, we need to get our story straight.
Percy stays.
But what about the wench?
She'll still be here tomorrow, but if we play our cards right, Claus won't be.
I do like a game of cards.
Robert, are you with us?
Just a moment. I'll catch up with you.
Suit yourself. You know where we'll be.
James and Percy exit. Robert watches. He gets out the coin and examines it a bit more. Suddenly, the coin quivers in his hand, rises into the air, and flies about in the air. Robert watches in amazement. Oh, you scared me. I didn't know you were there.
I wasn't, but now I am.
Sometimes you are the strangest man I have ever met.
Here, I made something.
Klaus came to marry a small boy. I don't take barter for the rent. Cash only.
It's not barter, it's a gift.
A gift. But why?
Why get any gift? Because it brings joy to both the giver and the receiver.
What a load of hoodlum.
Think how much better the world would be if we all gave each other gifts.
What is it?
It's a toy.
Toy for children.
I love children. Never had any of my own. Was always too wrapped up in my work, I suppose. Guess this is my way of making up for it. Besides, these often make nice little experiments.
And what use do I have for a toy?
You must have children.
No.
Grandchildren?
I think you have the process backwards, Klaus.
No. Great-grandchildren.
How old do you think I am?
Ageless. It's possible. Theoretically, that is.
What?
Not to age. Well, not to age much.
There you go again.
Time goes forward, doesn't it?
Whether we want to or not, I'm afraid.
But what if not everyone went forward at the same rate?
What are you talking about? You're going to get me all mixed up here. Now, I can't remember if I put in the vinegar already.
Do you know what your Shakespeare said? Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps at this petty pace.
I don't know what things are like in your country. But in this country, decent women don't go to the theater.
But what if it wasn't tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow? What if it was tomorrow and then next week and then next month? Why, every day would be Christmas.
Well, you're crackers.
I've done that. Suppose you bend the very essence of the universe so that you could take a shortcut through time and space just like a schoolboy takes a shortcut through the farmer's field. He arrives ahead of his fellows, took the long way around. What if it were possible to step out today and into next year? The world would age, but he would not. A year for all of them would be just a day. What if I told you all these things are true and I had the equations to prove it? What?
Now, who could that be at this hour? Must be the smell of the soup drawing them in. I knew if I spice it up a bit, it would get their attention. Come on in and seat yourself.
French liaisons.
Hello, ma'am. I was wondering if I might find... Oh, what is that smell?
My own special recipe. Supper's not till 6. You can rest yourself over there till then.
That's quite all right. I came to see if... Oh, there you are. You must be Professor Klaus. I recognized you by your coat. Quite a sight you are, I must say. So good to make your acquaintance.
Richly shaped Klaus's hand, much too vigorously.
I'm Horace Grinchley, special assistant to the
He's
headmaster.
practically the Lord Chamberlain.
How do you do, sir?
Well, quite well, very well, in fact.
Richly waved his hand in front of his page, overcome by the fumes.
Actually, not well at all.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sure it will pass.
So to what do we owe this honor, Mr. Grinchley?
Well, sir, it seems our headmaster has just a teeny request to make of his professor of natural philosophy, and that, of course, would be you, sir.
Indeed it is. So what might that request be?
A comic, sir. Yes, sir, our headmaster is most desirous that you discover one.
That's quite a request.
Preferably soon.
Well then, I should set to work. But one does not just order up a comic.
Oh, it needed to be a big one, of course. But big enough that we could name it after the king.
The king? And just why does the king need a comic?
Perhaps we could call it the Georgian Star. Do you think he'd like that? The king, that is. You are, after all, one of his countrymen. So perhaps you might know his mind on the subject.
My dear Grinchley, I should insist you sit in on one of my classes. I scarcely know where to begin. quartered up like flagons at one of your public houses, and I most certainly do not know the king's mind some days. I scarcely know my own.
Does this mean you won't be finding us a comic then?
One could sooner find a needle in a haystack than one could pluck the comet out of all the stars in the night sky. Besides, I lack the most necessary apparatus for such a task.
What is that?
What? What else? A telescope.
You could make one. You're always making little trinkets. May as well make yourself useful.
But I do have some theories on the nature of Christmas stars that the match hypothetical. Perhaps our headmaster would be interested in them instead.
Oh, I'll tell the headmaster that you're a... What shall I tell him then?
You need to tell him he can come for supper, and I'll give him a shilling's worth of soup. How's that?
I see. And just what kind of soup is this, madam? It has the most unusual aroma.
Ah, you like it then, I see.
I'm not sure I said that, did I?
It's camel soup.
Camel?
What would you like? One hump or two?
James and Percy meet with the headmaster.
This is a very serious allegation you're making, Mr. Anderson, Mr. Lowell.
Yes, sir, I assure you we don't make it lightly.
No, sir, not at all.
We debated quite a bit about whether it was right to come forward.
Yes, sir, we did.
We didn't want it to seem that we were simply complaining about our instructor because we didn't like him.
Which we don't, but that's neither here nor there.
Then you said you suspected there was treason afoot. That got us thinking. After all, blasphemy is a type of treason, if you will. Treason against the Church of England.
And since the king is head of the church, then that makes it double treason in a way, now doesn't it?
Worse than Catholicism, too, isn't it? All this talk of pagan gods, Odin, Thor, Valhalla.
Technically, Valhalla is not a god.
No!
Yes, sir.
Mere talk of pagan gods alone does not constitute blasphemy or treason or anything else. One can scarcely learn Latin or Greek without some reference to their deities, can you not?
I wouldn't know if there was something, sir.
Quite right, sir. But what Mr. Claus has done goes a bit beyond mere mention. It constitutes an endorsement.
So you say. We shall need evidence, Mr. Anderson.
You have my word, sir.
And mine.
I shall need to make inquiries of your fellow students. Discreetly, of course.
Robert McNeil. He will corroborate our story. He was planning to be here with us, but he was,
Detained, unavoidably detained.
yes, quite so.
Very well then, I shall seek out Mr. McNeil. That is all.
Thank you, sir. I know this is a delicate matter, sir, but I thought you would want to hear this first.
I appreciate... what exactly do you mean by first?
I mean before anyone else. Fathers, for instance. I don't think they'd be pleased to hear their tuition money was going to support a foreign blasphemer trying to undermine the moral foundations of the youth of England with their pagan philosophy. Now, do you?
Richelieu.
Oh, there you are, sir. I came as fast as I thought you'd want to know. Oh, were you busy, sir?
These two were just going, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
James and Percy move toward the exit. But do not exit yet.
I just came from talking to Klaus, just like you asked me to, sir. But it seems we have a wee bit of a problem, sir.
And what is that?
Well, he turned me down, sir. He made some excuse about not having a telescope.
He did he?
Yes, sir. Truly he did, and that wasn't all, sir.
What else?
Well, I don't remember it exactly, sir. It was all very confusing. He said something very strange about the Christmas star, too. Sometimes I don't think the man believes the same things we do, sir.
James and Percy look at the headmaster. They smile darkly and nod. Robert is alone in the classroom. He has a toy in his hand but is unable to get it to repeat flying tricks. From above, we hear.
Oh, oh, oh.
Robert runs to the fireplace and looks up, expecting Klaus to enter that way.
Oh, oh, oh.
expecting a chimney sweep, are we?
But I thought, I mean...
Hell, you gotta keep them guessing.
Uh,
Besides, I think I put on a few pounds. Don't want to get stuck, now do I?
I suppose not.
All that good cooking down at the boarding house. Well, the sweets anyway. The soup sometimes leaves a lot to be desired.
Well,
So, early for class today, are we?
Yes, sir, I had a question, sir.
Ah, question. Questions are a joy to behold. Shows you're thinking. So, what's your question?
It's this, sir.
Robert produces the toy.
Oh, yes, I remember this one. What about it?
Well, it flies. Well, it flew once. I can't get it to do it again, but it flew. It just rose out of my hands and flew.
May I see?
Robert hands over the toy.
Sure.
Tom tests the toy.
Yes, I remember this one. Quite curious it is.
So, did you know it was going to fly then?
What do you?
I think, I don't know what to think.
The first step towards true knowledge. First, we must let go of some of the things we do think. What if I told you that all those brave souls who set out for the new world were looking in the wrong place? Why, the greatest undiscovered country of all is right here, all around us. We talk about the fabric of the universe as if it were a heavy cloak, impenetrable by the elements. Yet even the strongest fabric is made up of individual threads, threads that can come unraveled. Strings. The universe is nothing but strings. All we have to do is pull them just so, and it all comes undone. What if we could just pull them and then stitch them back together again? A stitching time would save more than 9, eh? So look at that chimney and see nothing but brick and soot, some say. But I look at it, and I see time and time and space. Both are black holes, but one is black with dust and smoke. The other is simply black, because it holds in the light of another world that shines on the other side. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Oh, I'm not sure, sir.
Here, let me show you. It's simply mathematics. Let's say that E stands for energy, the sum of all the forces in the universe.
Klaus writes E on the chalkboard. Just then, Grinchley arrives.
Professor Klaus!
Ah, Mr. Grinchley, we meet again. I've made a most marvelous discovery. Please have a seat and I shall demonstrate.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have no time for such frivolities.
Frivolities? Making mince pies and hanging missiles all about. Now that's a frivolity. But this is the hymn of the Almighty himself.
The headmaster would like to see you, sir.
Ah, very good. I shall come round after class.
He would like to see you now.
And I would like to see him, but as you can see, I have a class about to start.
Your class has been suspended.
The headmaster's office.
And no, didn't. Did you really tell your students that your most devout wish was to become a Norse god and join Odin as he leads some parade across the sky?
Not at all.
You deny this then?
Of course.
Headmaster looked at Grinchley, who shrugged, not sure what to say.
I have no desire to be a god, nor sort otherwise.
I see.
And it's not great. It's a hunting party.
A detail without a difference.
But I do desire to fly.
The headmaster buried his face in his hands in despair.
It's quite possible, actually. Would you like me to demonstrate?
No!
Very well, then I shall explain the theoretical underpinnings.
And I don't want to hear the theoretical underpinnings.
Then you shall have to take the proposition on faith.
I don't want to take anything on faith either.
Then we seem to have a dilemma.
There's no dilemma. I hired you here, Klaus, to teach natural philosophy, not to indoctrinate your charges with strange notions about turning men into birds.
They're always strange. Did you have that stuff?
You know, let me tell you something, Klaus. Maybe since since you're German, you don't fully appreciate the sensibilities of this country, Klaus. So I shall tell you. We are not long removed from the day when people with strange notions were called witches. And do you know what we did with them? We rounded them up and we burned them. You think the bonfires on Guy Fawkes Day are something to behold, and just imagine the bonfires all over this country when we were burning witches at the stake. And not just witches either. Blasphemers of all sorts. Now, I don't know if you're a blasphemer, Klaus, but if you were, let me assure that there are still people in this country who would be more than happy to put you in a very warm place. And I'm not talking about the eternal fires of hell either. All I do know is our previous instructor didn't go around talking about pagan gods and teaching students that it's perfectly all right to defy God's natural order of things.
Are you talking about heavier than air flight? Because if the mathematics allow it, then how can it defy the natural order? Mathematics is the most natural thing there is.
Quiet! The point is, he did not go around arousing suspicion.
Actually, sir, you dismissed him for his Jacobite sympathies.
A traitor, yes, but at least a very orthodox one. But you, I don't know what to make of you, Klaus. You go round dressed up like Father Christmas. You fill our students' heads full of things about pagan gods and wild goats and people flying through the air like birds. This is not natural philosophy. It may be your philosophy, but it's certainly not natural.
They say angels fly too. That's any help to you?
No. No, it's not. I have faith in you, Klaus. Faith enough to hire you sight unseen. Your letters of reference say you have certain unusual teaching methods, certain eccentricities. I didn't care. I just wanted to hire a German professor to show that King's College is not some backwater hotbed of treason as so many think. That we were in tune with our new king, and perhaps he might smile upon us and give us some trifling bequest. I see now I was wrong, Klaus. Wrong about you. Wrong about everything.
You were right about the eccentricities.
Your time here is done, Klaus.
Well, thank you for the, letting me know your mind. Perhaps you'd like me to say less about Odin and the great hunt in the future. I can focus more on the gravitational issues involved.
I mean, Klaus, you're dismissed.
Right. Very well then. Back to class.
You've been terminated.
I will escort you to get your things, Klaus.
Well, you no longer require my services then.
For once you are correct. Briefly get this man out of here.
Yes, sir.
May I just say one thing before I leave, sir?
What's that?
Merry Christmas.
The headmaster is wordlessly furious. Grinchly grabs Klaus by the arm and they exit. Percy's in his room drinking. He's rather drunk. He knocks on the table.
Knock, knock. Who's there in the devil's name? Faith? Here's an equivocator that could swear in both the scales against either scale. Who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate heaven? Treason? Is that a crime now? I'll drink to that.
Percy takes the drink. James enters. James is furious.
Where were you?
Practicing my part. You said I could be the porter, and I thought I should be in character.
You were in so much character you missed it.
Miss what? A rehearsal?
The performance, you fool.
Oh, how was it?
I had someone else read your part.
Percy pours James a drink.
The village square teeming with the market crowd, the players holding them entranced, the witches, especially the witches, filling their heads with talk of spells and enchantments. My father was definitely right. His money in paying those traveling players was certainly well spent.
I may be drunk, so perhaps I'm wrong, but doesn't Macbeth put the overthrow of the kings in a rather unfavorable light?
The overthrow of rightful kings.
Ah, subtly. I like that, I think.
And Scottish too. A nice touch, don't you think?
I'll drink to that, to the king over the water.
Percy holds the glass over a glass of water.
I much prefer to the king than the water.
But that's not the point. These are simple country folk. We play to their superstitions, not to their intellect, such as it is.
So they like the witches, eh?
They remember the witches, that's the thing. Did I tell you I paid the players a bit extra to play them with German accents?
Ah, that is a nice touch.
Percy's got the German accent.
Very foul and foul is fair.
Foul is fair indeed. And then, just as it ends, the rumor spreads through the assembled crowd. First a rumble, then a murmur.
What kind of rumor?
You've drunk yourself senseless. You remember the plan.
Ah, yes, the plan. Remind me again about the plan.
About Klaus.
All right, we want him sacked.
More than sacked. He has been a means to an end. The spark that lights the fire, that sets the whole country aflame. First the mob in some country town howls against a German witch, teaching his pagan religion. Then with a word here, a sign there, the fury of the mob turns to the true sponsors of this foreign plague.
Who went over and threw the headmaster?
Not the headmaster, you drunken fool, the king, the imposter king.
Ah, and one performance Macbeth will do all that. I'm surprised you still allow it then.
A time-honored tradition. You excite the people with conjurers and tricks, and before you know it, where you once had an audience, now you have a mob. All we need now is to add some fuel to the fire, and we'll do what Guy Fawkes himself never did. Bring down the false king and restore the rightful heir to its place. This is our gunpowder plot, and Klaus is our match.
Robert is down.
There you are. Do you know what's going on in town?
I've heard rumors.
I almost couldn't get here. There are people everywhere hauling in firewood. They're building a bonfire down in the square. They said they were going to burn someone in effigy.
Effigy or the real thing?
What do you mean?
We'll explain it later. We have to go.
Go where?
Where else? To join the revolution.
Revolution? What revolution?
The glorious revolution that restores the Stuarts to the throne instead of the inglorious one that sends them into exile.
They were talking about kings. They were talking about Klaus.
I do believe someone has a witch that needs burning.
At least he's got practice coming down the chimney.
James and Percy exit, laughing darkly.
No.
Mary's taking a tray of cookies out of the oven.
Mmm.
She looks under one of them.
Good, I didn't burn this batch. They should like these.
Klaus senses.
No. Something smells sweet.
Now you keep your hands off those.
Ah, and cookies too.
Well, I suppose just one. Lady like me doesn't get many compliments from the men anymore, I'm afraid.
Klaus eats the cookie.
Delicious. Mind if I have another?
What, two?
Nothing better than milk and cookies. Mind you, cookies, plural.
And I suppose now you'll be wanting some milk too, eh?
If you don't mind.
It'll ruin your appetite, you won't want any supper.
Mary gives Klaus some milk.
Never mind, I haven't fixed anything yet anyway. Tried to get into the market, but it was too crowded, so I thought I'd come home and bake cookies. Baking cookies always improves my spirits. I've been feeling kind of blue lately, trying to keep up with all these pills. But I suppose I can rustle up something. Might be leftovers, though.
If it's all the same to you, ma'am, perhaps I'll skip supper tonight.
Skip supper? No, it's not at all the same to me. How do you expect me to earn my keep around if you don't take supper?
I just had something come up.
You don't like it, do you? You don't even know what it is, and already you don't like it.
No, it's not that. It's just
Guess
that
what, then?
I just need some time to work on something, that's all.
This isn't another one of your experiments, is it? Because that last one with the camels, well, they did last a while, other than that. But mostly because nobody wanted them.
I'll just be up in my room.
Klaus exits.
It's room and board, you know. I need to make a living around here.
When she realized that he'd gone, she sighed. She looked around and picked up one of the cookies and ate it.
Maybe this is all the supper I'm going to get too. Not bad, actually.
Mary sit eating cookies. Robert burst in.
Where is he? Is he here?
Where's who? Who are you?
Klaus, I've got to find Klaus.
Who wants to know? You can't just barge in here like
He's in
that.
danger. You're all in danger.
Danger? What kind of danger?
Klaus, are you here, Professor? I need to talk with you. It's me, Robert, from Natural
Will
Philosophy.
you just calm down and tell me what's going on?
There's no time. They'll be here soon.
Who will be here? Oh, my guests? Paying guests?
Oh, just paying guests.
Nobody eats free, young man.
They're a mob. Don't you understand? They're coming here for Klaus.
Klaus, but why? What's he done?
It doesn't matter.
Well, now, to me, if I'm harboring some
He's
criminal,
not a criminal.
then what's he done?
He hasn't done anything. Please just tell me where he is, if he's here.
We hear Klaus entering.
What is all this clatter?
This man says he knows you.
Professor Klaus.
Robert, my boy, so good to see you. What brings you here at this hour?
You did, sir.
Me? Did I set a meeting? I must be getting forgetful in my old age.
No, you didn't forget anything. Please just listen to me.
You seem upset. Want to come sit in my lap? I'm too big for that.
No, you're in danger.
Me? Too late for that. They've already given me the boot.
Not them. Them.
Then who? Or is it whom? I can never remember. English is such a complicated thing.
Well, they're after you. They don't want to kick you out. They want to burn you at the stake.
They want to burn him like a witch?
Exactly.
Don't be preposterous, my boy. Witches are for fairy stories.
And Scotland. They say King James burned 400 a year when he was on the throne. Can you imagine?
Look, it doesn't matter if it's true. The point is, that's what they told people. They whipped up a mob, and they're looking for you. They're on their way right now.
That's why I saw all those people carrying sticks into the square. I thought it was just a regular bonfire.
A bonfire for Professor Klaus.
I should go talk to them.
No, you can't talk to them. Don't you understand? They want to kill you.
Oh, dear God, you are a bitch. That's why we've had all these strange doings with camels and goats and horses and whatnot.
Experiment! I assure you, merely experiment.
I've been harboring a heretic. Dear God, they might burn me too.
And he's not a witch. It's all a plot. They just want people to think he's one. To get the mob stirred up so they can turn it on the king. First they turn the mob on one German, then they can turn it on a whole lot of them. They're trying to start a rising, a Jacobite rising. You're just
A sacrifice. A human sacrifice.
So you've got to go now.
Go where?
Anywhere, just not here.
Perhaps I should gather my
There's no
things.
time for that.
But all my projects.
Hurry, they'll be here soon.
I can do it in a flash.
Mary listens by the door.
I think I hear them. I hear something.
The woods. You should flee into the woods.
There are wolves in the woods.
And there's a howling mob out there.
I don't think I'd last long in the woods. My sack might slow me down.
Forget the sack.
But I never go anywhere without my sack.
Robert takes off his cloak.
Here, put this around you.
I don't think this will fit me.
But at least you won't stand out in that red suit.
But I always wear red.
I think they're on High Street by the sound of them.
Please, just go while you can.
I'll tell them I kicked you out.
On the other side of the woods is a road.
I'll tell them you didn't pay me on time.
I'll try to find a horse and meet you there.
They believe me on that one.
With luck, we can make it out to the harbor by dawn.
Wait! I've got an idea.
There's no time for ideas.
I think they're on Back Street now. They're getting closer.
Mary, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
You should stay in the woods until you hear me.
Have you looked outside today?
I'm looking outside now. I can see their torchlights.
I mean, in the back.
No, why?
I'll call out mistletoe, and that'll be the password. Mistletoe, are you listening to me?
So you don't know about the reindeer then?
What reindeer?
I'm not surprised. They're very quiet creatures. You hardly know they're there.
Robert opens the back door.
What in the
Oh,
world?
they're not here already, are they?
Yes. Yes, they are.
They must have come out of the woods.
The North Woods.
What are those things doing there?
Grazing, mostly.
What?
I've named them, too. You want to know their names?
Never mind about them. Are you coming?
No, I changed my mind.
What?
I can't be lugging all this through the woods in the middle of the night.
You can't, you can't stay here.
Fear not, my boy, fear not. How's he going?
Oh, thank God.
I'll meet.
You can't ride a reindeer.
Who said anything about riding on them? I have a sleigh, you know.
Where on earth?
It's an old one. Fellow was going to make kindling out of it, but he's happy to take a few shillings instead.
I hope that wasn't my rent money you gave him.
Don't worry about the rent. Worry about saving yourself, ma'am.
I suppose I'd best be off. I want to thank you, Robert, for all you've done. The toys up in my room, you can give them to children around town. I can always make more. I doubt they'll understand some of them, but if they do, well, so much the merrier.
We hear the sound of a clamor by the front door.
Oh God, I think they're almost here.
Can you, Mary,
Klaus puts his gentle hand on her shoulder.
What?
come with me?
No, I've got to stay.
But why?
I don't want them to torch my property. It's all I have.
You can have me.
What do you mean?
Marry me.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious. What do you have to look forward to here? Finding more lodgers and trying to bring enough to keep a roof over your head? What if I told you there was a place you could go where you wouldn't have to worry about rents, or taxes, or bills of any kind? A place where you could spend all your time making books.
Now you're just not being ridiculous. You're unhinged.
I don't complain about your cooking.
Well, that is a point in your favor.
Tell you what, just take one little ride with me. If you don't like it, I'll bring you back and drop you off. What do you say?
I'm afraid if I leave, I'll have nothing left for you to drop me off at.
They're here.
Time to go!
Klaus exits.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Mary exits. We hear the clamor of the mob outside. Jason Percy bursts in, carrying torches.
Where is he?
Yeah, where's the German witch? He's not here. What's that? I hear something.
He couldn't have gone far.
Percy looks at the milk and cookies.
I bet he was eating these.
From the roof, we hear a whistle and a clatter, and then
Now dashing, now dancing, now prancing, now vixen, I'm coming, I'm creeping, I'm down and I'm vixen. From the top of the world, from the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away!
we hear the sound of reindeer taking off. Klaus
Ha! Ha! Ha!
and Mary and Jason and Percy look at each other, and then Robert.
I told you. He's gone.
Several weeks later, on Christmas Eve, in the office of the headmaster. The headmaster is peering out the window, watching the snow fall. Richly enters with a packet of mail.
It's snowing, sir.
I have eyes, Grinchley, I can see that.
Ah, so you have. Two of them. What would you say those are, sir? Brownish green, hazel, perhaps?
Anything in the post today?
Oh, let's see. This looks like a letter from a solicitor. This is probably a notice of delinquency on some past due account.
Anything from London?
Ah, London. No, sir, not a thing.
Just as I feared.
It's Christmas Eve, sir. I'm not sure we'll hear anything before the new year.
If ever.
Keep your spirits up, sir. I'm sure there are delays this time of year, all those royal parties and such. That probably has their attention.
A Jacobite riot in the provinces likely has their attention too.
You vowed to root out treason, and you did that. The king should surely be grateful.
We have two of our students on their way to the tower. I don't think that's the kind of attention we wanted to bring to this school, Grinchley.
What about the other one, sir? The one that turned them in?
McNeil? He might get some minor peerage out of it. Either that or they might sentence him to transportation to the colonies. All about the same, really.
Will you be needing anything else, sir? With it being Christmas Eve, I thought I might, perhaps, with your consent, of course.
Go on, Grinchley. See if you can find some Christmas cheer in this dark, cold world. With the snows, I count.
What's that noise?
What noise? I didn't hear a noise.
I thought I heard something. It sounded like it was coming from up there.
Probably just the snow settling.
Yes, sir, if you say so, sir.
Hold on, Grinchley. I'll walk with you. No point in staying here anymore tonight.
No, sir, I suppose not.
Whatever's going to happen, it won't happen on Christmas Eve.
The headmaster and Grinchley exit. As soon as they exit, we hear
Ho! Ho! Ho!
Klaus the sack comes down the chimney.